You like to imagine yourself in control of your fate, planning your course of life as best as you can. But you are not aware of how deeply your emotions dominate you. We all, as human beings, should be deeply aware of what emotions are and how deeply it impacts us and our paths. This small video series will take you all to the surprising journey of emotions. The topic covered here are general discussion on emotions, human nature, third, definition of rational and irrational behavior with examples, fourth, journal step to become rational. Under fourth, there are three parts: what is low grade irrationality, what is high grade irrationality, and third, activating thinking part of your brain. Emotions take you to the paths which suits your ego and want to always look for evidence, which will confirm what you already want to believe and will make you see what you already want to see. This disconnected view is far from reality and usual cause for bad decisions, negative patterns. Like everyone, you think you are rational, but you are not. This has to be grown into your behavior with required practice. You must have felt this nature in moments of silence and focus, but emotions always challenges us. You are continuously reacting to what other people say or speak about you. There are moments of excitement and then there are moments of insecurity. This makes it hard to focus on your attention, and it is pulled away from what is most important, and that is your goal. Let's now discuss about the second point, which is human nature. Generally, when anything goes bad in our life or plans are derailed, we are occupied with the emotions and seek answers. Do you get the answers? No, we don't. What do you do then? Usually your mind veers to these thoughts. Someone has sabotaged me, maybe because of dislike, or maybe this will be all my bad luck. Okay, so during this situation, we cannot point fingers at someone because we don't know, and generally we loop around, and this causes confusion, frustration, and depression. Our reaction is always to look outward for the cause. Maybe people, God's plan, bad luck, government, or other stuff. But the truth is, we are in our core irrational. By understanding these below steps, you would know how irrationality is built within ourselves. So let's take the examples. So in reptiles, there is no separation of feeling and the response. So the final actions are always impulse and action. You must have seen snake, right? So that's what happens. In animals, evolution has provided the feeling and response separately. So animals can sense the feeling, get alerted and respond accordingly. This gave them the chance to better survive in multiple situations. Now in humans, this feeling of arousal and response took a deeper role in us as a human. This became critical form of communication. This is because we have three levels of brain. The bottom layer is reptilian brain, the middle brain is limbic brain, the third one is neocortex. The reptilian brain, it controls auto-response, regulating the body, the instinctive part. The limbic brain, it governs feeling and sensation. This is the emotional part. Neocortex, this is for the cognition and the language. Okay? Emotions are designed in human beings to capture attention. It starts with chemical reaction and then sensation, which is then translated into words. Emotions are processed in limbic brain, as we already have discussed it. And languages and cognition is processed in neocortex. So what happens? How it is processed? The emotions are translated to words often incorrectly because emotions are generated in limbic brain and then it has to be translated into neocortex. Both are the different part of brain, so sometimes the words are translated incorrectly. Example is, let's say you feel anger by seeing some specific event or a person, but the real issue is envy, which is sitting in its core and which is generated in the limbic part of brain. So we can say that we do not have conscious awareness to the emotions we generate. Correct? Once we feel, we try to decrypt, and the chances are we are doing it completely and incorrectly. We keep feeling this due to our unconscious mind compulsive behavior, and it's hard to learn from this too. We human beings are social animals, and this type of communication can sometimes become tricky, as sometimes we communicate anger when it's something else. You must have felt this in a different situation in your life too. You need to understand this. Other person cannot understand this situation. You are stuck with and things as if they have been personally attacked and can cause misinterpretation. Okay? Many of us imagine that we have somehow tamed this emotional self through our progress in life, but did we? No. It's just an illusion. Real fact is, technology and progress has altered the form of our emotions and irrationality within us. Technology plays with our emotions through social media, advertisements. Due to this, we are so much stuck in our emotions that we don't have any mental space left to step back and think about it. Let's discuss third point, which is definition of rational and irrational. So, we constantly feel emotions, and these emotions alter our thinking and veer us towards thoughts that please us, and this soothes our ego. Rational people are aware of this, and through introspection and efforts are able to some extent subtract these emotions from thinking. Irrational people do not have this awareness. They rush into actions without carefully thinking about the consequences. So the differences between rational people and irrational people are, let's discuss first the rational people, okay? So the rational people have degree of awareness. So degree of awareness will be, they admit their irrationalities, they try to introspect themselves. Now rational people, they are able to complete their project on time to realize their goals. They can work effectively with team, okay? They can become a good leaders. As hiring manager, they look for good candidate with competence and always analyze if this person can do the job or not. On career decisions, these people will look for jobs which fit their long-term goal. Now, the difference between rational and irrational people is, let's discuss irrational people now. They become highly emotional when challenged at their root level. They are incapable of introspection and learning. They become defensive as soon challenged. They keep repeating their mistakes again and again. They are involved in unnecessary conflicts. Many of them could not realize their dreams and projects as well. They are emotional and reactive and are usually unaware of it. As a hiring manager, they will fall for charming person who can feed their insecurities and pose little challenge or threat. In career decision, they base their career decision on salary, how much money they can immediately make and how much attention this position brings. So let's discuss the point 4. So we have discussed 3 points, okay? Different type of people, that is rational and irrational people we have discussed already. Then we have discussed about the evolution of humankind, okay? And their emotions underneath, and general discussion on emotions. Now we will be discussing the point 4, that is 3 steps to becoming rational. So the point 1 is become aware of low grade irrationality. The second one is become aware of high grade irrationality, and third one is strategies which will strengthen the thinking part of brain. Okay.